everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel Williams.
I am so excited because on today's show, Montel, you're going to be sharing the story of a famous World War II aircraft carrier.
I'm so excited about this. It's called The Sailing of the Intrepid, and I'm so honored to have been able to co-author this with David Fisher.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, and we're in the kitchen making more than just Texas toast.
I love that. Plus, we wrap up our car care series.
That's right, and all of this begins right now because The Balancing Act begins right now.
Let's do it. Am I going to get a signed autograph too?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. New York Bakery is all about flavor, from their Texas toast to their breadsticks and their garlic nuts.
I am getting hungry right now. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, they offer generous flavors for generous tables.
And please do not call these side dishes, folks, because this is the real deal. These are I think, the superstars of, let's say, pasta night.
It's true. We're so excited. Izzy Lanova, T. Marzetti, New York Bakery Senior Brand Director, and Joe Sikura, T. Marzetti, New York Bakery Principal Chef. They join us today in the kitchen with all the doughy details.
Izzy, why don't you do us a favor? Tell us a little bit about the history of New York Bakery. Where did it start, where it's from, all that.
That's my favorite part to do. So going back 90 years.
Wow, that much.
That is a long time ago. The Penn family decided to start a small bakery in New York. They were inspired by the bold flavor. They were inspired by the go-get attitude of the Big Apple. And they said, we're gonna start a small bakery that's gonna get us great quality bread, heart-shaped baked, but also added great flavor to the table. From there, Don Penn decided to take that to Cleveland, Ohio. So what he did is, he was like, I'm still gonna be committed to the same quality, the same texture, just moving it from New York to Ohio. Now, I'm not gonna say that New York Texas Toast started the Texas Toast business, but what I can tell you is that it made a revolution in the category. Two things. One, it did the garlic spread to the bread. That was something that was never done before. And freezing the bread for convenience. That was not possible before Don Penn. Right now, it is owned by a company called T. Marzetti in Columbus, Ohio. And what I promise you is that the bold flavor, the quality of the bread, is still at the heart of everything we do.
And speaking of flavor, I mean, Joe, you're all about flavor, all your meals and Texas toast and New York Bakery, all about flavor.
All about flavor, and that's really, really important to us. And bold flavors, bringing that to the table, bringing that to every meal is what our goal is. And we do that by using real ingredients. We use real garlic, real cheese, real herbs, no artificial flavors. And we feel that that brings those bold flavors right to the forefront and is the basis of all of the toast that we do.
We actually have a lot of products, and New York Bakery offers a wide variety of products. So it starts with toast, so garlic and cheese. We have hand-tied knots. We have sticks, both garlic and cheese. We also have a ciabatta roll, but also I would not forget croutons. From all of these products, what's in common is they're made from a very fresh baked loaf. And it always guarantees the same quality of bread, the same texture, the crunchiness on the outside and the softness on the inside. All these things that I just mentioned, that's what makes New York Bakery America's favorite Texas toast.
You have created some amazing little dishes here. Tell us.
Well, that's one of the things we like to showcase is the versatility. It's not just for pasta night, it certainly is for pasta night. We came up with some recipes here that kind of showcase the bread all throughout the day, but also all throughout the year in different dining occasions. We have a stuffing that, think of the holidays, think about the grill, roasted meats, whatever, great side dish. And then breakfast. We even have avocado toast, very popular for brunch item. Family game night, movie night, it's pizza. So why not take a box and make your family style pizza with individual pieces? And then grilling season, Texas toast bruschetta skewer that's done on the grill.
And you're gonna make something fabulous here?
Yeah, well, I hope so. What we're gonna make today is take on chicken waffles. And so we're gonna do kind of an Italian spin on it. And what we're gonna start with is our 5 cheese toast, and we're actually gonna cook it on a waffle iron. And this is really fun. It's kind of convenient and cool. And it really only takes about 1.5 to 2 minutes to cook, and then we can assemble from there.
Crazy question though, what about the people who are gluten intolerant?
So we're really proud to be able to say that we have a gluten-free Texas toast currently that's out on the market.
It's a very different product from all the gluten-free bread out there. One, it's 100% made in a dedicated facility for gluten-free. That's a big thing for all our gluten-free consumers. It's also a unique dough. So you hear that crunchiness that's on the outside on the bread, the softness on the inside. Most gluten-free bread don't give you that. And that's why what I would say is consumers cannot tell the difference between the regular one and the other one.
All right, and let's take a look. Oh, look at that.
Whoa, my goodness, are you kidding
Can
me?
you smell that? Nice and toasty, cheesy.
Beautiful.
Okay, now this is hot, so be
Those are
careful
chef
when doing
fingers,
this.
don't do
That's
that at
right,
home.
Don't do that at home. Exactly. And then we have our chicken tenders, which were cooked in an air fryer. You could do them in an oven. And then we'll take that and top it with our favorite tomato sauce marinara. Super easy. Top it with cheese.
Here you go.
Put it in the oven.
I'll help you out.
Take these and put them in. Thank you. And we're all set. And so that's it.
Look how beautiful.
So probably 12 minutes from start to finish.
Wow.
And I'm sure you have oodles of other recipes.
So everybody that loved any of these recipes we showed here, you can all find them on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And I would say for those who are looking for all these products that we talked about, you can go online, so nybakery.com, or you can go to your favorite grocery store and you can pick up any of the product you want.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Thank you, Chef, for all these
Oh,
great
my
ideas.
pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, let's see if we can get a little piece of that.
Okay, you tell them where to go after,
That's
and I'll
right.
cut you a
Of course,
piece.
you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com, if you want more information, okay?
All right, big piece or little piece?
A little piece.
All right, you got it. Here. Today, we wrap up our car care series with master mechanic and industry expert Bogey, who's been teaching women for over 20 years, including me. And now we're going to do it ourselves because we can. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me again.
What are we doing today? I've learned so much.
I'm so glad. I mean, the best way that you can save time and money is by doing preventative maintenance. And women, we're generally taught, stay away from cars, they're big and scary, don't get involved. But so much is so easy. So the best way to stay off the side of the road and on the road, save yourself time and money, is preventative maintenance. Today we're talking about emissions. About 70% of the states require that you bring your car through emissions testing. And a lot of times cars are failing because their system is just worn and old and tired. So rather than going in and paying costly repairs, this is a really great thing to try first. This is CRC's Guaranteed to Pass. It is emissions system cleaner. It's so simple to use. It clears out your entire fuel system, your entire emissions system. Now, obviously, it's not magic in a bottle. There's definitely some things that you need to go to the car doctor for.
Of course.
But there are a ton of things that this can resolve without spending tons of money. So it's totally worth a try. I'm gonna put on some gloves, make sure we're safe.
Okay, which is very important.
Some safety glasses as well.
All right, there you go.
Why, thank you. You're gonna put some on too?
I
They're so
guess,
fashionable.
You know what? Let me just partake with you.
Look how good we look. All right, so for all of the great benefit that you get out of this, it is so easy. We're gonna open up our gas door.
Okay.
We're gonna open this up and we're gonna pull out this lovely bottle. Open up the cap. It does have a little foil top to it. You wanna be careful that you don't have any pieces of that foil that then get lost in the fuel tank.
So just push it in.
Yeah, push the whole thing in, or you can just pull it right out and then it won't fall in.
Very easy.
Okay, now you ready for this complexity? This is the challenging part right here. All right, literally all we're gonna do is put it in.
And what is that gonna do for my baby here?
So this is gonna now run through your fuel system, which is then gonna run through your engine and through your exhaust system. So it's cleaning everything along the way and helps restore all of that natural performance. You get back your fuel efficiency, you get back your responsiveness to your gas pedal, you clear some of those pesky check engine lights. So all of the fluid is in there. We can take our bottle up. We might spill a little bit, so have a rag by to clean up your mess.
So we're done.
We're done. That was it.
You know, Bogey, I was reading here, CRC was born in a Pennsylvania garage back in 1958. That's a long time ago.
I know.
It's now a global company, wow, making thousands of products that are trusted by industrial maintenance professionals, vehicle technicians, and even DIY enthusiasts.
The very products that I use in my shop, you can use, and kind of helps you keep your car happy and healthy.
So I'm really allowed to clean under my hood?
Yes, absolutely. Nothing bad is going to happen. You 100% can. Now, I don't necessarily always recommend it personally because I find that as a technician, if you have an oil leak, I like to use the trails of the oil as a diagnostic tool to find where your leak is. But if your engine is healthy and happy and you want to keep the engine compartment clean, we have this great product. CRC makes a heavy-duty pro-strength degreaser. I use it in my shop for engines that are way dirtier in this.
So can you show me how it works and how easy it is?
It is so simple to use. I'm just going to put gloves and glasses on. We always want to be on the safe side.
Absolutely, that makes sense.
It is nice to know that while we can use this on really grimy, dirty, gross situations, you can also use it on, say, if you have rubber floor mats. It's safe on paint. It's safe on pretty much everything. It can handle the worst of things, and it can handle really mild stuff like what we've got here. So literally, take the cap off. All you do is take it, spray it. If it's really gross, let it sit on there for a little bit. The bubbles will start to go away, and then all you do, wipe it up.
And that really makes a difference for the car, its maintenance, and just keeping it healthy.
Preventative maintenance is always cheaper than repair. There's so many great products that CRC makes. They're the same quality of products I use at my shop. They're easily accessible for you.
So for our viewers out there and our ladies out there who'd like to DIY, where can they go?
All right, so you can pick up any of the CRC products at your local Napa Auto Parts store or any auto parts retailer. You can check out CRC's website as well to check out more information about these products and all of the rest of the great products they have as well. And there's a little button you can find where to buy where you live.
Too easy. Thank you so much. You've been fantastic. And of course, if you'd like more information, just check out our website, thebalancingact.com. I gotta do this.
It's always an absolute pleasure to sit alongside my co-host, but today he's actually sharing his new book with us, The Sailing of the Intrepid. It was written by our very own Montel Williams, along with New York Times bestselling author David Fisher, and it's a true testament to the spirit of the USS Intrepid's crew. If you didn't know already, Montel is a 22-year veteran of the Navy and Marine Corps, which makes this book resonate deeply within his military background. Great to see you on the other side.
It's kind of interesting, kind of cool being over here with you.
Look at that, I'm interviewing Montel.
Come on now.
All right, so I've been reading a little bit of it. This is very special. This is near and dear to your heart, isn't it?
Very, very special. It's a story about a time in America where we all came together, and we did so much for each other, and we did so much to make sure we could preserve this democracy that we have today. What's so phenomenal about this is that a lot of people know about the Intrepid because it sits as a museum off in the Hudson in New York, and a lot of people visit it every year, but they don't really know its history. This is truly the unsinkable Molly Brown, in a sense.
And I want them to know this is a real World War II aircraft carrier.
Yes.
So big time history.
Big time. It was the fourth in its class of what's called Essex class carriers, but it was one of the biggest ships that we've ever built back in World War II at the beginning of the war. This was the fourth ship to carry the name the Intrepid, so we cover a little bit of the history of that also before we lead up to what happened to the Intrepid itself.
So what happened to it? Because I know it got hit, but then it got hit. This thing did not go down.
It did not want to go down. As a matter of fact, right as the war began, about 1944, after it was commissioned, it was transferred over to the Pacific and went into the Battle of Midway, went into the Battle of Truk. Actually, had phenomenal. They had a couple of their pilots that were aces out of that. They did a phenomenal job. But while they were exiting away from Truk at night, they got struck by a torpedo, and it got struck in their rudder, which pinned the rudder about between 16 and 45 degrees to its port side, which made it kind of just turn in circles. And no matter what the captain did to steer it, using engines, using everything they could not steer it to get away. And they were afraid that they were going to have to scuttle it because they didn't want to give it to the Japanese to sink. A couple of the really, really, really just ingenious and resilient crew members came up with this idea. What if we put a sail on the front of this big warship?
Can you imagine?
Sail. So let's go back to ancient times
Right.
of how we, steered and we propelled ships and put it on this modern warship. They did so, and guess what? it actually gave enough buffer to allow the ship to actually be steered straight back to Hawaii. 1,200 miles, okay? And then—
But it doesn't stop there.
That's really where we focus on, because there's a lot that went into that happening. You know, we had a sailmaker on a ship, but they had no sails on the ship. So what did they have to do to make that sail? They basically sewed together body bags, hatch covers, whatever they could get. Sewed them together, made the sail, had the ship go back to Hawaii, got refit, went up to Washington State, was completely refigured, went back in the battle. Then it gets hit by 4 total kamikazes. Are you kidding me? And it survived that. And then, of course, it survived, went through the Korean War, went through the Vietnam War, then became one of the recovery ships for our space program. And then decommissioned and made a museum. It sits up there right now in the Hudson. Anybody can go and visit it. And we're gonna have the book, of course, in the bookstore there at the Intrepid itself.
I love it because the whole story is about resiliency, camaraderie, courage, and winning.
And winning.
Yes,
No,
together.
Winning together.
Which is so important today, isn't it?
Especially at a time right now.
I know you're very passionate when you talk about, you know, the military, you talk about veterans. Every time I talk to you, you're very passionate. I can only tell you, when I see the cover, I think of the crew and the memory of all those young men who did everything humanly possible and came through.
Hundreds died on this ship to preserve what we have now. This is my 9th book. I'm hoping that we write a 10th one, and a 10th one about the same thing, about this indomitable spirit that those who serve this country have. You know, at a time where we, I believe, are a little rudderless, it's thinking back and learning from our past that'll give us rudder and steerage way to where we're going.
Great thoughts. Good luck to you on this book.
Thank you so
much. I know
much.
you're going to be on the Intrepid signing.
Absolutely.
What an honor.
That's going to be phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, take pictures and show me.
I certainly will. I'll be there for Fleet Week next month.
I love it.
Sure.
All right, and promise me a signed copy?
Of course I will. I'll give one to you. But if anybody else wants one, they can go to harpercollins.com or to premiercollectibles.com. And at Premier Collectibles, I've already signed a couple thousand copies, so you can call up and get a signed autographed copy right now from there. And of course, you can find it at any bookstore near you.
Great stuff.
Thank you so much.
What an honor, sir. Thank you so much. And of course, if you want more information on this amazing book, The Sailing of the Intrepid, just go to our website, thebalancingact.com. I get a signed copy.
Today we honor the memory of Savannah Salazar, a cherished and irreplaceable member of our Behind the Mystery family.
Savannah, who had Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, or LGS, a severe epilepsy syndrome, passed away at the age of 31 from SUDEP, or sudden unexpected death in epilepsy.
Savannah's mom, Tracy Dixon Salazar, is executive director of the LGS Foundation and a close friend of ours, having appeared on our show many times over the years.
Our hearts are with Tracy, her family, and the LGS community as we mourn her loss. Please join us as we celebrate Savannah's life and the indelible mark she has left behind.
The one thing I think that she's taught us is to live in the moment. She doesn't fret about the past. She doesn't worry about the future. She just lives in the now. High five, girlfriend. High five. Knock 'em up. Knock 'em up.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Remember to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, follow us on X, and visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepstakes giveaway.
There you go. Love that, family viewers. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.
Take care.